Hey guys, it's Monday, May 23rd. This is the Project PVC podcast. My name is Zero, and I'm here with OhnoRaptors
Hello.
and Kat.
Hi. Wow. Okay.
Hey, we're off to a good start. So, this is our first episode with a guest. Kat is a mod over at MyFigureCollection, and we wanted to talk to her a little bit about what that's like, and just delve into whatever else we do on the show this week.
Yeah,
It'll
we are modding buddies. So we've dealt with a lot of absolute craziness off my figure collection.
That's one way to say it.
It really is.
It sounds like a severe understatement.
We were joking the other day that we should just have a bunch of us moderators off my figure collection come on and just do a whole MFC show. Not the other kind of MFC. I feel really bad when right? Okay, I feel really bad when I just write out or say MFC because that's very confusing for some people.
I think it would mean one thing to more people than it does to us.
Yeah.
Well,
But anyway, that notwithstanding, we're talking about my figure collection, to clarify.
are.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that then. And by the way, I think we should do an MFC episode.
we should.
I think
It'd be
that would
so good.
really good. But it might also be a train wreck too, so kind of weighing the pros and cons of this one.
Well, I'm
Are you
sure.
calling us a train
I'm sure
wreck?
it'd be an hour of just
Wow.
us complaining about things. So it depends on whether you think that's good or not.
That's
think
a
that's
pretty
good.
popular thing. I mean, I would listen to it, but I also want to complain on it, so
So maybe you're a little biased.
maybe a little bit. It could be like a little special mini episode. I say mini, but I'm sure we already have our own little like line chat group, so we do a lot of complaining, a lot of just random chat in that. So I can only imagine that going on to an actual like Skype call.
Maybe one day it will become realized. Mm-hmm. Kat, when did you get started with MFC then?
Oh,
How long has it been?
I joined the website bit over 4 years ago, and then I think I joined the
Wow.
mod team 3 years ago. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so comparatively you got on that pretty quick, it sounds
Yeah. I suppose I got Kuma's attention pretty early on, because I'm usually the kind of person that just jumps into things head first.
like. Well, you do more than just mod though, right?
Yeah,
You have some other things going on, right?
yeah, so besides that, yeah, I admin on a couple of Facebook groups. So there's the AU Figure Collectors for guys in Australia, and then Anime Figurines Network, which was started, I think it might actually be like maybe 8-9 years ago, but I only joined
wow.
I think I only joined it a couple of years ago, but I know the other guys that go and admin on there, and yeah, they thought, hey, it'd be good to have Kat on there as well, so yeah, it's good fun.
Well, that's cool. That's really cool. You've got an extensive background. How did you first get into figure collecting anyway? Because I know that's an interesting question that I think we all want to answer. But what about you?
Okay, so for me, I started my first job, so my first full-time job, and then I had a few friends that collected. They were selling some things. I'm like, I need it. It's cute. So I did that, and then my partner's brother went to Japan, and I'm like, I also need things. Give me the things. And then I may or may not have gotten addicted.
Isn't that how it happens?
Pretty much. It's like, I thought, nah, I'll only get like maybe 10 figures, and it'll just be an accent piece in my room. And yeah, I was wrong.
Now it's like taking over.
Yeah.
I think we all start out with good intentions.
Right? Yeah. Like, oh,
But-
hey, that little thing's cute. I mean, why not? It's a character I really like. But then the collecting happens.
The road to addiction is paved with good intentions. If you look at my living room right now, I have, God, how many things do I have? I think I have like just 15 figures in my living room, so that's not counting the bedroom and everything. So yeah, I've gone kind of overboard too. I totally feel that. I got into figure collecting when I went to Japan in 2006. So I already liked anime and stuff before that. But when I went there, I'm sure that people listening probably know that their stores are like stacked. They're narrow and small, but they're stacked on top of each other, like 7 or 8 levels high. And so what's kind of neat is each level has a different theme to it. and there are dozens of these shops. And so I just went crazy. I spent almost all my vacation budget on figures, which was it a mistake? I don't know. But I came back. I had to buy an extra bag while I was there just to take back the stuff I bought. But it was a good time. So yeah, and here we are. We're doing a figure podcast, so you can see that spiral out of control pretty seriously. What about you, Nicole?
Me, so in like middle school, I was really, really into anime conventions. And my dad also absolutely loves anime. It's so funny. He's definitely watched more than I have. He says that
Really?
I have a little sister. He says that my little sister and I got him into, watching anime and the whole thing. But he absolutely loved going to video stores and buying like the whole video set of these anime series, and we would just watch them instead of just normal TV. So of course we got into conventions, and he would take me, and he loved them. And when I would just wander around, I think the first time I bought a figure was at what was the bookstore that closed down? And now we have
Borders.
At Borders. So I remember buying one there. It was a really, really not so great Kyoto figure. Funny enough, remember Peter when I was out with you in LA for what's the store?
Jungle.
I pointed out those figures and I was like, wait, whoa, I had those. I got them at the bookstore.
Okay.
So those are my first figures, but I got into collecting when I saw like just huge collections at shops, at conventions. I think it was Anime Midwest, maybe? Anime USA, something like that. So on the East Coast. And I saw these little Mecha Musune, little robot girls, and I was like, holy shit. That is the most adorable thing I have ever seen. And so I bought...
And your fate was sealed, really.
My fate was sealed. I bought probably 5 of them. I actually ended up, like the next year at that same convention, I ended up cosplaying one of the designs.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so...
That sounds great.
Right?
It's kind of interesting, too, that, like, you shared it with your dad, and now he's more into anime than you are. I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah,
it's awesome,
he comes home from work, and he just watches anime. Until he falls asleep just on the couch watching it. It's really intense, yeah.
Oh, I can appreciate that.
Me too. That's awesome. So that'll be kind of, I think, something we want to revisit. We'll probably pose that question at the end of the episode and see what other people think in the chat. By the way, do we have anybody in chat right now? Or, it's 3:20 on a Monday, so...
So this is our first time live streaming it. I think we're having a bit of a sound issue, which I'm trying to figure out without clicking too much, but it's not the easiest without clicking too much. So hopefully it is listenable.
Yeah, for those of you who listen to just the podcast version, it'll sound a little different. The stream is its own thing. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, I know we want to talk about Snow Miku this episode, and there are, how many designs? 6 designs?
Right, so again, Snow Miku design contest. Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, really.
My fancy sound effect. I worked it in. Wow, that was good. That was really good. But let's see. So they always do a design contest. And so you have hundreds and hundreds of entries to design the new Snow Miku, which is really, really cool. But they only give people like 2, maybe 3 weeks, which I think is absolutely crazy to design something.
Yeah, it's a very small amount of time because they reveal the theme probably right when they give the 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I have to imagine that's how they do it. Yeah.
Well, no, I think they do it a little bit before, and then you
have the entry period.
Do the whole thing.
Right.
But yeah, it's all like it happens like in a week. There's a lot going on.
So what was the theme this time? We're talking about space, right?
The theme was Starry Nights, which is really, really cool. It's a great theme. It's much better than previous themes, I think.
I would agree.
But the designs are so lackluster. They're so good. There are so many good design choices that you could do with a fucking star theme. Like, why? Why?
How did we end up with some of these? Well, okay, so there's one that I do like, and it's the one with the constellation beret. I think it's like the second entry on the page. I like that because I don't feel like it's too busy. I think some of these are really, really busy. And I just tend to gravitate towards things that are a little simpler, but I think it uses the space theme pretty well. But I don't know, like, it's like you said, I mean, how did we end up with these with such a cool prompt?
Right? I feel like the designs are cute, but you take away the star clips and it's just a random Miku. It's not star themed. That's my issue with most of them.
If you had to pick one, what do you like?
I like the fourth one a lot, which is probably one of the ones you thought were really busy.
It was, yes.
I think the design is really cute. I like the little dress. I like that it's like a cute little baby doll and it has big floofy sleeves. Reminds me a bit of like a high-waisted Lolita dress, which I'm all about. Oh no.
High-waisted is legit, but I can see why you like it. I mean, it's not, I don't know. It is kind of busy, but I like the art style a lot that it's done into. So I think that carries it a long way. What about you, Kat?
So when I've made my vote, I voted for the same one as you, Zero.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, like I tend to go for less busy designs as well. But when I was looking on the Piapro website, the third design has like really cute accessories in the design that they've gone and put on the website. So they've gone and included an umbrella, which has like a musical note on the bottom and a little seat. It's just like, if they did that one and they did those accessories, I'd probably consider buying that.
Right, and that's one of the great things about what they're doing with Snow Mikus now is just like the absolutely over the top for Nendo accessories.
Yeah, they've really branched out. I mean, I know we talked about last episode how long it's been since we've recorded, but like I look back on that time and the stuff that you can get for Nendoroids now is like way more in depth, I think, than how it was back then. You have all these weird little mounts that you can get, like there's tons more accessories, yeah. So what about the rabbit?
Oh god, the rabbit. So I absolutely love the spacesuit rabbit. I think it's so funny. I know in my heart it's not gonna win, but I think it's just the cutest and funniest thing ever. I want it for myself.
You see more variation in the rabbit designs than you do for the Miku designs, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm all about the fifth one with the constellation scarf.
That one's really cute, yeah. I can see that one or the one with the little top hat winning.
Yeah, the little top hat, especially because there's the little mustache.
Yes.
That's pretty tight. Tight little mustache.
I absolutely adore that teeny mustache.
So yeah, I mean, we'll see what we end up with, but let's see. The voting period ends in what, 2 days?
It goes so quickly. I just think it's absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah, 5 days. Really, it's not. Obviously not even a week. And then they wait a long time, I feel like, to reveal that stuff. We wait all the way till September.
Right, but they do, not only do they have to design the Nendo and get a prototype out, but they also have to do the in-game character file and all that. Because they go all out for the Snow Miku designs. They do absolutely fucking everything.
Pretty legit. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But we're not done with idols this episode. I hesitate to bring it up. Idolmaster.
Oh,
Love
right.
Live.
Right.
Oh, man.
So, Kat, you are a fan of School Idol Festival, which is the Love Live one, right?
Yup.
Yes.
I don't have anything against Starlight Stage at all. It's just preferences.
Oh, I feel so bad. I was joking. So we always talk about, we do a very, very quick outline of what we're going to discuss on the show. And my joke was because Kat brought up School Idol Festival. I was like, we should do School Idol Festival versus Starlight Stage because they're pretty much the same thing. But no. As much as I complain about Love Live, I personally don't hate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, you said that. You said that on a stream too.
I'm reaching
so like that's
deep in my heart.
you're locked in.
I don't
that
hate
opinion.
it.
Well,
You
I
can't
like
change
the
that
fact
later.
that Starlight Stage has the girls dancing. Like, there's a lot more to actually
Oh,
see
yeah.
when you're playing.
Yeah, it's great. I'm honestly really impressed. And again, I might be biased, but I'm really impressed how they are doing the game. Especially with the models, and then SSR models get their own special outfit. Which, okay, one reason I did want to talk about was, I got a really, really, really good role. So I've been playing it for a few months since December, but my luck with rolls has been so bad. And in this latest 10 roll, because the game is the top highest rating game on the Android market, they gave everyone pretty much enough coins to get a free 10 roll. And so I got 2 SSRs, which is absolutely fucking
Wow.
insane. It is crazy. I wanted to cry because I also got 2 SRs, which are, again, really, really rare.
Is it super rare? Is
You
that
could-
what SR stands for?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to treat me like a child with this because
super,
I
super
represent
rare.
I represent the angle of the viewer that has no idea what these games are. Because I've never touched one. So is it like a card collecting thing or
Well, no, okay, I've explained this many times to you, Peter, okay?
it's okay. You know,
Okay.
every time you do, I forget about it like 5 minutes later. So just let's try again. Let's hope it sticks.
The
Ready to go.
original Idolmaster mobile game was a card collecting game,
Okay.
social game where you level up the cards and, you go through little mini quests and you do events. But Starlight Stage is a rhythm game, and you still do collect cards, which represent the idol that you have dancing on the screen. So yes, you could say you collect cards.
Okay. Okay. Now, is this must be a free-to-play kind of thing with the option to buy more cards?
Well, the option to buy coins and then you can try to get cards is very tricky.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
you kind of
Okay,
have to
so
go for
both-
RNG to get cards.
Okay. One of those. All right. So both of these games, am I to understand, function pretty similarly, or
Ish.
because we're talking about Love
Yeah.
Live and
They're
Idolmaster,
both
right?
rhythm mobile games, so the setup has to be, kind of similar to work on a phone.
Right.
Well, I guess
Okay,
one of the big
cool.
differences.
I think I have an idea.
One of the big differences is that School Idol Festival actually is available in English as well as Japanese, whereas Starlight Stage is still, I think, only
Right.
in Japanese.
It's only Japanese, right?
Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. So, are there more players for the English one then?
I would probably say so, considering,
Yeah.
they've actually got multiple servers there. Like, they would have multiple servers for Starlight Stage as well, but yeah, you're limited to people who can either read what they're doing or stumble their way through.
So do you play against other people, or is it just kind of like a solo thing?
I think they're both solo, right? I did play a little bit of School Idol Festival, and while you're for events, you're competing to get the highest score so you can get the best cards.
In
And that's it, right?
In School Idol Festival, one of the events that they do is like versus 3 other people. It still
Oh, really?
it still ends up being a matter of who gets the highest score, because you don't get to see what everyone else is getting as you play. So it's still kind of just like a mini version of all the other events. So yeah.
Huh. I had no idea. They must have... I played it right at release and then kind of fell off because... I don't know. It's just not my thing.
I
But
did the
let's
same
see.
thing when I first picked it up. It was back in November that I picked it up again, and it seems that they've changed a lot since then. Like the English version, they've got up to version 3 now, and it actually matches the Japanese version of the game, which is really cool.
That's really good. That's always so frustrating when you're playing a Japanese game, especially mobile games, and it's not up to the Japanese version, so it's like, why don't I just play that version?
Yeah.
I might not be able to read it, but I understand it enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So if Starlight Stage came out with an English version, I wouldn't switch. I have 4 fucking SSRs, okay? That is a lot. I am not giving this up. And I don't want to say how much money I've put into the game. It's really bad. So in my defense, with Cinderella Girls, the original one, I didn't put any money into it, but it was also much harder to get cards, I feel. So I felt like for this one, you get really, really, really fancy looking cards, okay? You get really fancy cards. So it felt more worth it. I just remembered they are currently testing out a co-op option where you can play with other people in Starlight Stage. I haven't tried it yet because I love this game. I'm not very good at this game. So I'm not sure if I'm up for doing that. I can do like I'm confident in my skills for like star level 25 songs. which is still master for very easy songs. So I can do that. Like this current event is fantastic because I can do it on master. And I'm like, wow, look at me. I can do it.
So good at the idol game. Do you have a Takumi card, though?
I do. Actually, I told you that's when you fell in love with that character. I showed you the SS or the SR card I got of her, and you were like, wow, look at them titties.
I know, man. I mean, that's really what drew me in, but it was the personality that kept me.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I think if there was one idol that was my weakness, I think it's probably Takumi. But, can you trade in this game now? Could you trade me the card?
No. For Cinderella Girls, you could, but it was a really complicated system with a marketplace, and I actually stopped playing that except to vote for idols in the elections because I had so many cards. And it was so frustrating trying to sell them, and then my inbox got really full.
Oh, God.
And so every time I logged into the game, I saw like 100 plus things in my inbox. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't micromanage how many fucking cards I have. This is way too much. And that's why I quit. I had too many cards. I had too many good cards.
You know, it would be kind of neat if there was a way for them to like verify you have these cards in the game, and then you could in turn get the cards, like physical real cards.
Oh, that'd be really cool. That'd be so much fun. It's really funny. I used to actually just straight out print out my favorite cards.
I mean, I can't blame you.
Cinderella Girls.
Really good.
Yeah, and I just like put them up on my wall.
Awesome.
It was something. I wish I still had them. I think I started sending them out to people with little like postcards. It was great. I love them. I want to do it again, but my printer is fucked. Too many idols.
Too many idols, man.
Too
you
many
messed it up.
idols have gone through there.
Oh, man. Hey, guess what happens in 23 minutes?
23 minutes.
Well, not for us, but for Kat. Do you know what it is?
I know what it is. It is Overwatch. Okay. Yeah, that's really exciting. We're trying to get this recording in before Overwatch. So we still have time. We still have time to kill and just talk shit.
Man. Have you gotten any sweet cards, though, in Idolmaster, Kat?
When I was playing Cinderella Girls, I played for a little bit. I have the worst luck. And then it's the exact same thing for School Idol Festival. I've done so many 10+1 pulls, so like you go and have your 50 gems, and then you get a bonus one, and they guarantee that at least one is an SR. And I always just get the minimum, and then a whole heap of
sad.
doubles. So it's just like, okay, I don't need you guys. So I've only got one ultra rare, and that was an absolute fluke. And then everything else is just like rares and a couple of super rares because I got the events. So like, because I got like the tier 2 and the events, I got to idolize those. But no, I don't have that kind of luck.
You could join Starlight Stage. They're doing a thing where you get, it's like 2,500 points, which is a 10 pull, and you could just restart your game until you get the cards you want. If you want to be tricksy like that. I've started doing that with the mobile games I play that have the card collecting thing. Like, oh my god. So, I love Aikatsu, which is like an actual children's show and little arcade game. But again, it's idols and dancing, and it's really, really cute. But they, not too long ago, came out with a mobile game, which is another rhythm game. And you also get to see the cards kind of dancing. It's not nearly as good as Starlight Stage, but I mean, what is?
I don't think
What
anything gets it quite as good as Starlight Stage as far as a mobile game is concerned. It feels very much Project Diva-ish, but simplified.
Oh yeah, oh totally, yeah. It's great. I think for the difficulty, it's good for people who aren't really good at rhythm games. I'd say a medium. I used to do a lot of, Guitar Hero. Did a lot of Guitar Hero. Did a lot of convention, like tournaments for Guitar Hero. It was an interesting time in my life.
You have to play Groove Coaster. Next time
Coaster.
you come out to an arcade in LA, you have to play Groove Coaster.
Oh my god, you guys have poppin' music. I want to play poppin' music so much. That is my shit. I almost bought it. I almost bought the little controller thing. I was so excited. And then they moved. And now I'm sad.
You messed up.
I did. Well. But no, yeah, everyone who's listening, you should definitely go and sign up for Starlight Stage. I can, of course, help. And then you can get a free 10 pull just right out the gate. And that means that you're bound to get some good cards. And if not, just
do it again.
Redo it. Oh yeah, but for Aikatsu, I took about 2 hours. This is really sad, I will admit. I took 2 hours to get one of their SSR cards. And then, like, the next day, I got the same card just right after I logged in.
No.
What?
The same exact card. And for that one, you can't do anything if you get 2 of the same card.
Oh, so you can't fuse them or
You can't
anything?
have them. No, you can't do that. You can't have them on the same team to boost your scores. So I just...
No.
It is really sad. It's Ichigo, which is fantastic. I love looking at Ichigo. She is so cute. She is the best thing about Aikatsu, and fuck the new Aikatsu. But so I have 2 of that SSR, and then I have 2 of just it's PR for that one. I do not know what that stands for. Let's just go with it. Then I have 2 of the same SR cards of her. It is absolutely insane. I look at my luck in that game and I'm like, why? Why this game? Of all games, does it have to be this?
I don't know, man.
We have to get you into the mobile games.
Oh,
We have
I
to
can't.
do it.
I
We
mean,
have to do it.
if you're not willing to reveal how much money you've spent on that game, then I probably shouldn't even touch it.
You don't
be
have
totally
to
honest
spend
with you.
money, and you shouldn't.
She says.
But if the
After
option is
spending how much?
there,
You should.
and I have to
Okay.
get every Takumi card, then I mean, let's be real.
Oh no, I have to show you the Takumi SSR. It is so good. I feel like
What
I
is it?
did show it to you. I think you forgot about it. It has those
Or maybe I didn't know that's what it was.
she has those long jackets on. Oh, what's it called? She's like a banker, wow. A biker outcast. I know the word for this. It's like from What
Are
was
you talking
that
about a
Lolita
Bancho code?
movie? Yes.
Yes, that's the
And
one. Well,
Just
if you
kidding.
are a true Takumi fan, you know that she was in a gang before she gave up that life.
Yeah,
to
she was an
become
outcast.
Idol
She's
So-
an outcast, like hard ass, but has a heart of gold.
Yep, she does.
She's fantastic, but she has that. She looks so badass. It's not like the normal frou-frou idol outfits. It's really good. You would like it.
You're probably right.
So I'm pretty sure you should start playing.
Oh man, we'll see. Maybe we'll give you and everybody an update in a week to see how far down the rabbit hole I've actually gone.
I will help you for 2 hours to re-roll until you get her. That's real friendship.
That is real friendship. Kind of reminds me of like resetting a game of Pokemon to get like a shiny starter or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
It's
the same
exactly
thing.
like that.
Okay,
I've got,
alright, cool.
yeah.
Then I could probably do it.
A friend of mine will actually go and do that for 8 hours, just resetting until she gets a shiny.
Oh my god. I've never
That's
gotten
intense.
a shiny before, man. I've never even seen one.
I remember farming it in, God, not the latest one, X and Y. I would farm them for hours and hours and hours, but it was so much easier in that comparatively.
There's like a method to it too. There's like a wiki about how to like most effectively shiny farm. It's crazy. I can't do it. I don't have the patience. I just don't. If I get a shiny randomly one day, then I'll be happy, but if not, then it's fine. I'll keep cruising with my
Yeah.
regular normie Pokemon.
Oh, so someone in chat actually brought up Grand Blue Fantasy, which is really, really, really popular right now. It's another card collecting mobile game. Do you play it, Kat?
No, I've been stopping myself. Like, I know that they've got the English patch now, and
Right, yeah.
I don't know if I can handle another mobile game.
Oh no. No, I feel you there. I started playing it before they had the English patch, and it was really frustrating because it's such a text heavy game.
Yeah.
It's legit a role playing fantasy game. So you have all these really, really unique characters, and then an overlaying story, and then also every little character you get has a story. It's intense. So
The art is really great.
Yes.
oh yeah, it's fantastic. That's definitely the best selling point, and all the character designs are so good. That's why it's getting so many figures. So many figures.
Yeah, there's a lot of designs there where I've seen figures of them and I'm like, no, I can't get into this because then I'll love everyone and then I'll need everyone.
I know. I feel that same way. That's actually why I started playing, because it was both last Winter Festival and the Winter Festival before that had a bunch of Grand Blue figures, or at least announcements for them, and I was like, fuck, those are really, really cute designs.
Like there was a really cute one
can't.
from Kotobukiya. It was like on top of a wooden crate.
Oh yeah, the Lancer
Yeah.
character. Yeah, she's one of the. I've not played a lot of it since it went English, so I don't know the names for a lot of the races. But they're like a little mini race. It's very, very cute. It's very cute. It's very. What is the race from Final Fantasy? They're small, especially in the MMO. You could play them. I'm the only one. Yes. But they're tiny and cute, and that's the point.
Yeah.
And
I know what you're
will
talking
Yeah,
about.
I know what
tiny
you're talking
cute.
about. I played a little bit.
I'd be down for this game. This looks really interesting.
Grand Blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would really dig it, and it's not as fast paced as, of course, Starlight Stage and School Idol Festival, because they're both rhythm games, so it's kind of nonstop, like do 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 do. But yeah,
That's good.
I think you should get into it, and then at least someone will have greater knowledge as it becomes more and more popular. Although Starlight Stage #1 in the Android shop. So
Man.
Lalafell. Thank you, chat.
Lalafell.
Lalafell.
That's the one.
It's sad because I played one. I actually played one, and it's like, yeah, tiny person. Yeah. that thing.
Man, I have to. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get into one of these Idolmaster games though, because I'm pretty sure I heard that you'll be able to buy loot crates in Overwatch.
Oh,
Is that
no.
correct?
Is that where all your money's gonna go?
Yeah, it
seems a
okay.
system.
I've never done it before. That's the thing. I've never done one of those things where I've like paid extra in a game to get some cosmetic advantage, but
Really?
I might do it. I don't know. I've just been against it by principle. I'm like, I don't need to give
we'll
them
have
more
to
money.
see.
I already have the game.
We'll have to see exactly what's available to actually buy. Because I mean, for Overwatch, you buy the game, and
Yeah.
for Idolmaster, it's free to play. So it's all, hey, you could do this if you really like the game, if you really like it. But again, that's how I feel with MMOs and other games that have cash shops and that you do buy the actual game for. If you like it enough, then there is no problem. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with there
Right.
being a cash shop, especially if it's all just cosmetic items. And for me, that's what I want to buy. I want to dress my character up. That's my goal in games, okay?
Yeah, well, definitely. Like, I totally get it. I think I was really, really excited when I got the like the Middle Eastern ninja outfit for Genji in Overwatch. Like, I was so happy. I played Genji more because of it. So
Oh, that's funny.
mean,
yeah.
I think I will probably end up getting a few of those, but it depends on how much they cost. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
and what you get while you level up, because you always get a loot crate after you level up, which is very, very nice.
Right.
I do think that after every game, maybe you should get some currency so that you can buy in-game
Yeah.
cosmetic items, just because it happens so rarely.
That would be nice. Well, and then the other thing too that we never really figured out a purpose for was like voting somebody up at the end of a match. If they get enough votes, then they get the epic kind of thing where their card gets like, emphasized a little bit. And there was never any advantage for doing that. So
Yeah.
maybe they'll get some kind of gold or an XP boost or something. So
Yeah, I feel like we talked about that, and I thought
think so.
someone actually looked into it, and you do get something extra if you get enough points. But
Oh,
it'd have
really?
to be, of course, like your team and then half of their team or something like that.
Oh,
And I
wow.
don't think
Okay.
I just don't think we saw that while we were playing.
No. I mean, maybe once, but I don't think I noticed what it did.
People be
So.
salty.
They do. Super salty, man.
I had a Overwatch game where one of the guys was getting really salty, and it was
Oh no.
really good. So he was on our team, and then we were up against a really good team, and we kept replaying, and this guy was getting so salty about it because he was like, "Oh, well, I'm getting all of these golds, so it's obviously not my fault." And it's like, okay.
Oh,
It's
so
like,
silly.
all right. So all of my friends were just like, all right, we'll play this game for you. We'll do our best just for you. And we kept losing. So when he swaps over, he goes and says, oh, well, now I'll be able to win. And then we absolutely roll them. And it was just...
Good, nice.
It
As
felt
you
good.
should. We've definitely encountered people like that, and then they're on the other team,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like, welp, we know who we're gonna target,
Yep.
and it's not
Yep.
them because we want to win the game, so we actually do the objectives. It's so frustrating because we do have a few people that Zero and I play with who kind of just go out and do their own thing.
They go rogue,
They
basically.
go rogue.
Yep.
And
They're loose cannons.
again, I come from a MMO background, so I want to be going into a game and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, you do this, this, and this, and we got it. But Overwatch it's different because it's
I think
of course
a healthy
shooter.
mix of those perspectives definitely can help.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you rely too much on structure in that game, then you don't adapt as fast
Right? Oh yeah,
when it's not
yeah.
working.
Yeah, and usually if
It's
you're
a
working
unique
together
game.
too closely, the other team can work out what you're doing as well.
That's true.
It gets predictable and all that. So yeah, I think as long as you have people who are communicating what they're up to on a team, you can have a little bit of that. going rogue.
Right. For example, God, remember that one game that we played on King's Row, and we were doing our normal thing, just pushing the cart. We were flying through it because I play Reinhardt a lot because you need a tank, and then you do Bastion because you just set up on the little tram you have to move.
Yeah.
And usually we don't have much of a problem, but this game, everyone switched to Junkrat at the end.
Oh my god!
And there were fucking bombs everywhere. It was absolute hell. It was crazy.
It was basically inches from us finishing the game.
It was
they just
insane.
kept pushing us back.
That
we couldn't counter it. I think we tried to do Pharah's at the end, and I
We
think that was
did.
met with
We
minimal
did.
success, but it just wasn't enough.
Everyone switched to Farah, and I think that was my first time playing her, and I got play of the game because rockets.
Yep, I remember that too. Farah's cool. Farah's a cool character.
She
I want
is.
that Gundam
She's
outfit
so-
for her.
Right? I want that. I want that, and then the broken down robot for Diva. Those are my two favorites, for sure.
Yep, definitely. Man, oh my gosh, tonight's gonna be crazy.
It is. Does anyone think the game's actually going to launch on time?
Oh yeah, because that's a real thing, isn't it?
I hope so.
All right. So I'm a console plebeian, and this is my first big PC game I've ever played. So I mean, usually things launch on console okay, but I guess that's not always the case with PC.
No, because there's just such a heavy server load. Everyone's trying to log in at the same time. I don't think I've experienced a Blizzard release that has launched on time
Oh god.
and gone smoothly. Again, I think back to Diablo 3. That's the newest one. Yeah, we figured that out. It's the newest one.
Yeah.
And, oh god, I was up for hours and hours waiting for that to finally work. Because I had a full team of people ready to go. And I'm sure many, many people did because it was such a hyped up game. And then
Right.
boom, nothing.
That sucks, man.
Connection
do you
error.
remember? Do you remember that one? I think it was a Christmas where some hackers knocked out Xbox Live and I think PSN at the same time.
I do not, because
That affected me. Maybe it didn't affect
PC
you.
gaming.
Exactly. But yeah, no, that was the one significant time I can remember that happening.
Wow, that's
on
pretty
console.
intense. That's skillful and scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. So it hasn't really happened since, I don't think, on that larger scale.
Yeah, so this will be an interesting experience for you for sure.
Yeah.
No matter
I'm
what
hyped.
happens, yeah. I'll be salty though if console players have no problem. There's just
Yeah.
PC players waiting for hours and hours. I will
Yeah, I bet that's
not
happened
be
before.
happy.
Oh, last time we were talking about about Overwatch on the show, I had mentioned that as somebody who doesn't necessarily care too much about Blizzard IPs, this game had snagged me, and it's true. I've talked to a bunch of different people that are coming from a similar place. That Blizzard wasn't even on their radar because they didn't like what they had offered right now.
Uh-huh.
So it's a real thing. Like the fact that they're going into this genre and they're doing it so well is pulling way more fans to it. Like I've actually thought about, maybe I'll look into BlizzCon or something.
Oh wow, that'd be really cool. And you're so close.
Right? I know. Since I live here, I might as well try to participate. So, yeah. We'll see.
That's really cool. Yeah, I can imagine
Interesting.
just because, Heroes of the Storm is also different-ish from what they do
Yeah.
because they have they do StarCraft and Warcraft, of course, both RTS, but nothing like that before. And it's
Right.
ooh, League did so well. Everyone's gonna make these games. Ooh.
Yep.
So that was very interesting. I don't think that's doing as well as I expected, to be honest. I know a lot of people that tried it, but that's mainly because they do like Blizzard games and all the Blizzard characters, because it's fully Blizzard characters. So
Well, they're trying to integrate that universe too. Isn't Tracer somebody that you can have in one
it
of those
is,
games too?
yeah. Which is
So-
really cool if you like their games. Otherwise, it's like,
Right.
oh, yeah,
Like,
those are some
okay.
characters. Yeah.
It's a cross promotion that's kind of lost on you. But yeah, no, I expect to see like an influx of like new Blizzard fans now. So.
Which will be really, really interesting. Yeah.
Yep.
Because I feel comparatively to like World of Warcraft and everything, this is much less geeky than anything else they've put out.
Yeah, I think you're
Yeah,
right.
they make it a lot easier to get into, I think.
Oh, yeah. Which is good. Because I know many people who don't do FPS, and they're like, wow, this is really fun. I played it during a test, and like I didn't have to play a strictly shooter character. I could just play, a girl who freezes everything.
Exactly. There's tons of different ways to play it. So, pretty cool game. I expect this to be one of the biggest shooters of the next few years.
Oh,
without a doubt.
Yeah. It's funny because Battleborn, not the same. There are a lot of differences. A lot of people do compare them just because they are both technically shoots, with some like magical abilities thrown in. But I actually bought Battleborn, and Zero and I have talked about this. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I bought it because I did enjoy it during beta, and then once it released, oh god, it was $75 fucking for
That's so much money.
so much. But that wasn't the standard game. You also got access to all the story missions, which I feel is a little bit bullshit, just because it is so expensive.
They sold a multiplayer only version of the game.
And then you can buy
so weird,
passes to the story missions. Yeah, it's...
I don't like that. I don't like the precedent that sets either.
No.
Like, that kind of sucks. To be totally real with you. But, yeah, I feel like Battleborn and Overwatch get mentioned in the same breath a lot, simply because of that release window. Like, man, Battleborn thought it could go up against Overwatch, I think. And here we are.
I do think they knew they were going to lose a lot of customers to Overwatch, so they were stressing to get it out as soon as possible. And again, I feel, again, I did not play... I played the beta a lot. I really enjoyed the beta. I didn't play any of the story missions because it was so buggy during the beta. Again, not great. And this time, I don't know. It was not worth the money, in my opinion.
Especially
because,
$75. Oh my gosh.
Oof, God. I keep thinking about it. I'm like, God, why'd I do that? But it wasn't nearly as polished as Overwatch. Again, it is a smaller company, which I understand. But if you're trying to go pretty much after the same market as Overwatch, you should definitely
compare the two.
Yeah, make sure it's up to snuff. I do think they would have done much better if it was free to play and then you bought different things. Just because that's not what Overwatch is doing. I mean, there's that. Then you could buy the story missions and you could just play the PvP for free. And then, the whole season pass to the story. I think that would have been very beneficial. Because, again, it's not what Overwatch is doing. You're like, oh, I don't really want to pay the money for Overwatch, so I could just play Battleborn, which is vaguely similar. Because it's again, everyone's a hero. It's one of the hero genre games, if you consider that a genre.
Yeah, I would. I think there's enough of those, even though like they're sometimes different gameplay-wise. Like, I think that's a term used a lot for games like this. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like free-to-play would make a lot of sense for it, too, because if they knew they were going to lose their customer base to Overwatch, or some people weren't even going to buy Battleborn because they were holding out for Overwatch, going free-to-play would at least probably stretch the lifespan of it a little bit longer.
For sure.
Because people are like, I'm getting sick of Overwatch, but I have nothing else to play. Oh, wait, Battleborn's free. They would have gone to play that.
Yeah, I'm expecting a free-to-play weekend for Battleborn next week, or... sometime soon.
Well, they announced a DLC character, I think.
Oh, yeah, they did. They did. That's today or last night.
Right, and they intend for it to come out, I think, sometime next weekend.
Which is, I mean, it makes sense. Good for them.
Right.
And, again, for people not familiar with Battleborn, it is not just a shooter versus shooter. It's an actual MOBA.
Yeah.
But the combat is shooting or throwing like fireballs and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So I consider it comparable.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it can be compared, definitely. So, I don't know. Hey, we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes.
So, just if anyone's worrying, I did get a refund. Because I'm not...
Oh, yes.
Now that Overwatch is pretty much out, I don't plan on playing Battleborn. I'm sorry.
Maybe if it were free to play.
Maybe if it were free, yeah. That's very true. That is very true.
So, yeah, man, it's a good thing you got that refund. I'll just say that. That would have been a sad $75.
It would. And that pays for Overwatch.
It does.
So,
it does.
That's funny.
Thank
That's
you,
funny
Gearbox.
to me.
Awesome.
Oh, I felt so bad trying to refund it because it was through Steam. And Steam has you can't refund past 14 days after release and 2 hours played. And it'd been maybe 17 and then I had 5 hours. So I wrote out a 3-paragraph with a mini intro and a mini ending of why I should get a refund.
Wow.
Yep. And they
That's
refunded
awesome.
it. That's all. That's what you have to do. You have to go there.
You have to go to those lengths,
You
man.
have to go there.
They broke some policies to do that. Like, you can't be the first person who's done that. I'm sure of it. Like, the disappointment for it has been pretty apparent, I think.
Right. Yeah. And I do know people that really enjoy it because it has a interesting cast of characters and a lot of over the top funny dialogue. It's just, I don't know, not for me.
Right.
Compared to Overwatch. And Overwatch is technically out now and no one can get in. So thank you for that update. And it's good to know.
Oh, okay, good. So yeah, I guess your theory was correct.
I
That we
know.
would be waiting for a
I know
little bit.
things. I
You
know
do know
things
things.
about Blizzard.
Hey, it gives me time to edit this podcast.
It does. It really does.
Yep. Thanks, Blizzard. So,
Worked out perfectly.
yeah. So yeah, guys, I think that brings us to the end of our episode this week. Just to reiterate, the question that we asked today, I think, was, how did you get into figure collecting?
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to hear your comments.
Yeah, just
Post them somewhere.
reply to the YouTube video, or you can just, reply on Tumblr, Twitter, etc., Facebook. We're doing that now. We are.
Yeah, we're
trying.
all over the place, man.
We're really
pervasive.
trying.
So if we get any kind of interesting or funny responses, we'll talk about it on next show.
Yeah, so that's a little fun community thing we're doing, and we hope that you tell us how you got into figure collecting. Because, of course, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably
have some kind of vested interest
doing it.
in
Yeah.
the subject. I would hope.
Okay, so this was really, really fun. Thank you for also everyone in chat who joined us for our first live stream, which I was in charge of, and there were a multitude of issues because we might have done this 20 minutes before actually starting. But the just straight audio for iTunes and SoundCloud should be perfect.
Yep, definitely. And thank you for joining us, Kat.
Yeah,
It's
yay!
cool to have you
No
on.
problem.
Do you want to tell us where you are on the internet?
I am all over the internet.
Nice,
So-
good.
Well, besides just being on MFC, so I'm Kato. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube.
Yay!
Oh yeah.
Because you just started doing your figure videos.
Yeah, so it's like
So that's really
I
exciting.
think it's been just under 2 months, and it's so
Yeah.
weird going and being in front of the camera and talking.
Oh, I know. I know.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I can feel that definitely.
No, it's good fun.
Well, yeah, this is really fun. Let's work on that MFC centric episode because I think that'd be a lot of fun, and I think it would be really funny for people to listen to. Just like everything we have to do behind the scenes of that crazy website.
Yep, that crazy, crazy website. All right, guys. Hey, until next weekend. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.